Are you guys thinking about moving here to Fort Walton Beach in the Destin area and wondering what the pros and cons are for the holiday season? Well, luckily for you, we're here out in Okaloosa Island, going to showcase quite a bit for you today. A little bit about what it's going to be like, especially 4th of July weekend. That's why I even got the hat going, made in America. That's right. So we're going to explore more about that, go over some pros, go over some cons, and really describe what this place is about. All right, let's first get into pro number one. The first one that I want you to really think about is the fireworks display. That's right. We have awesome fireworks here in Destin, Fort Walton. Even weekly, we have fireworks given whenever the season is going on. So that means that during the 4th of July season, we're gonna see one heck of a show going on. Where you can see that here on the island, you have an opportunity to go see it. It's not gonna be here on the Gulf side. It's actually over on the bay side. If you want to find a really good place to see these, you can of course go over to the landing in Fort Walton Beach and go check that out. Or some of the best places to go would actually be right on the island here, but go to Beach Access 2. That's right, number 2. There's an extra parking lot to go hang out. The locals probably gonna hate me for giving you this information, but go ahead and check that area out because that's gonna make a really nice area for you to go grab, parking, and bring a chair, bring a beach chair, and go check out the awesome fireworks. Now the other one in Destin, that's gonna be something a little bit different for you. For that one, we're also going to have that right over there by the Destin Bridge. So I've actually seen it a few times. It's kind of been a little funny. One time they fired them off a few years ago. When they did that, they ended up lighting up some of the brush on one side over there by the base side for that access. So maybe not too fun. They did put it out, but the fireworks are pretty incredible. I'll tell you what, but on this beach right now where we are, the fun part about this is that you can set up your chairs anywhere up and down here, guys. And you can see the fireworks not just in Destin, but you'll also be able to see them for the ones here in Fort Walton. So Okaloosa Island, which is why we're here right now, some of the best fireworks you're gonna see. Number 2 is gonna be the vibe and summer energy. Another reason I wanted to come out here, guys, so that you can see we got some beach volleyball going on out here. We can hear some music. We got some pretty fun times happening already. It's not 4th of July weekend. This is just a regular Thursday. But the vibe out here on the boardwalk is actually really cool. So you see that we've got a lot of beach volleyball. We've got people out boogie boarding. We don't have waves really to surf, but you see people out here still trying. But you'll see over here as well. Behind me, there's AJ's. There's the Crab Trap. You've got Rockin' Tacos. There's places out here to eat. And of course you can get some to-go drinks so you don't have to pack a cooler when you come down here. It's actually pretty cool for you to come check out. This is just one thing to go get out in here, but there are holiday things happening all the time. But what I will tell you though, if you don't want to deal with the crowds, the traffic, all these things I'm about to bring up to you here shortly, then it's not a bad idea to get some of your best buds and find a place at home to go hang out. If you're lucky enough to have some friends that have some property there on the water, hang out on the dock, and that way you're still gonna be able to check out a lot of the different fireworks just from there. Still enjoy a barbecue. But here's some tips that I think are gonna help you out quite a bit if you decide to come out during like the 4th of July weekend, because it is one of the most busy weekends that you're gonna find out here. So a couple of things to keep in mind is that it's gonna be crazy for traffic. So my suggestion is go out early, get yourself some supplies early, and don't go into the crowds that day into, you know, like Publix and gosh, Walmart be a freaking mad show if you guys were gonna go out and do that. But you know, get all your supplies early so you don't have to deal with the traffic and craziness. Additionally, you may wanna avoid some of the activity zones if there's, you know, like the holiday parades and things like that may make a big difference as well. Make sure to plan around it. And yeah, if you stay at home, probably some of the best things to do if you're gonna be a local, just so that you don't have to worry so much about the craziness. Matter of fact, that's what we do. 4th of July is where the roads basically become a parking lot. Those are just some things. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful. All right, for the third and final pro for coming out here to the Destin Fort Walton Beach, here we're in Destin Harbor, that's where I'm walking around now, is the community spirit and participation. People love coming out here. Even if it's our temporary friends, you know, a lot of the tourists that are coming out, you're gonna see everybody dressed up. 4th of July, this is where people wanna go. Obviously, we're a beach town, so you're gonna see a lot of people in their beach attire, American flag towels, everything that's America, you're gonna see this here. And because I'm gonna consider this area mostly a part of the South, that we're basically lower Alabama, we embrace it, it's fine. You're gonna see a lot of what I'm gonna call a little bit of some redneck fun. All right, so we're talking random fireworks. We're gonna be talking a little bit of craziness going on, but it's taken to the next level when it comes to 4th of July. If you really want to explore a lot of that, you can check out Crab Island out in 4th of July. Get out there, it's gonna be an absolute insane party. Just make sure you got a designated boat captain because you could find yourself for a free ride up to Crestview where the jail is. Absolutely incredible time there, but you don't have to get a boat to get out there to enjoy the 4th of July. Down here on the Harbor Walk, it's gonna be popping. Any of the beaches that you're gonna be going to will have all sorts of different celebrations. You can expect people are gonna be blaring their music out, probably have flags flying, maybe the little ones in the sand. You're gonna expect that it's gonna be a lot of people enjoying the fun in the sun and barbecues, you bet. It's gonna be crazy. Now, the community really gets into this too. Like, they'll really get into decorating golf carts. They'll go into going through the 4th of July parade and waving flags. You'll see them coming from cars, driving down the street, people screaming randomly, not to be a jerk, but just because they're so hyped up for freedom. Yeah, you got it. It's a super fun place to go. It's totally worth it. It's one of the most fun experiences that you might have. But here in the community, what I suggest do is either, you know, enjoy it at home, but if you want to get into the mix, just make sure that you do have quick access, you know, something that you could get a golf cart down or somewhere you can walk or get a bike ride or something like that that's going to allow you to be able to get there and not rely on trying to navigate through the parking lot, which is the streets on 4th of July weekend. If you're lucky enough too, and you got a boat or a friend with one, you know, get out on that dock. If you're able to get to certain places by the sea routes, that's actually the most advantageous thing that you could do around here when it comes to it. But the community really does love it. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, wow, you know, this is a community that I could really be a part of, really kind of want to explore what it's like to move here or at least be a part-time person here, guys, reach out to me, give me a call, give me a text. We'll sit down, we'll do a full consultation to see if moving here, purchasing something, a condo, a home is going to be right for you and the people around you. All right, so now that we've wrapped up the pros, let's push on into the cons. All right, the number one con that you're going to look at when going to 4th of July in Destin and Fort Walton Beach is this traffic. And I'm just going to flip this around. We're currently in Fort Walton Beach, and we're just on the back end here of Eglin Parkway. There's a little cutoff, right? And of course, you can see people over there trying to cut us off, getting into traffic here. But we've basically been sitting in this line for a good, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of, you know, people just trying to get over the Brooks Bridge. Now, here's a cool part about all of this. It's not even 4th of July. Oh, no. We're like in the midway through June, and this is just the normal traffic. Now, I will caveat all this to say that, you know, it is part of the Brooks Bridge, which is that bridge between Fort Walton Beach and Destin. It's going under some construction. Now, add that with an accident, add that with just general holiday congestion, and it is mainly a parking lot. It's pretty bad. Anytime between about on the 4th of July, especially on that day or even through that weekend, it really does become a parking lot from 11 a.m. until about 8 p.m. You're just going to be sitting around like it's LA traffic, except the air is better out here. So those are some things to really think about. A lot of the times during 4th of July week or weekend, you'll be looking at a lot of us locals just kind of staying home. really just staying home just to avoid this traffic, unless we can get someplace on foot, by bike, or just get there in early morning. So a lot of the times we'll be getting in here, and it's funny, like just looking right now, like I haven't moved, by the way, since we started this recording. A lot of people, when they go out, like the beach accesses, like they'll go ahead and fill up by like 9 a.m. So early morning, if you are going to get out to the free beach access, you'll want to get out there like 9 o'clock. And there is paid parking. Know that it will be premium. Mainly, if you're going to Harbor Walk, you're going to see at least $20, if not more than that. Even down in specific places on Okaloosa Island, you may see some sort of paid parking there. Although they haven't started doing it, but I wouldn't put it by them. But that's really if you can find a spot at all. The traffic can be pretty rough when you're out here. So just pay attention to this. It's one of the most frustrating things just because of the lack of infrastructure that we have to handle this currently. All right, number two that we're seeing here in the 4th of July here locally is going to be the crowds. And we're out here in Destin Harbor, and as you guys can probably see all around me, it is a bit crowded in this area. Typically what you're going to see is that we're going to have an influx of somewhere around 8 million annual visitors, and a bulk of which are going to be in July, especially during that 4th of July week. So surprisingly enough, this is actually not a ton of people going around right now. It's actually pretty tame, and we're about 2 weeks away from that weekend. But the traffic, as I was talking about before, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But you know, when you do come down here, to no surprise, I would expect long lines. We're going past Margaritaville over here. Expect the long lines to get into restaurants. Expect those long lines getting into bathrooms, you know, getting a drink at the bars. Like it's going to be a while. So make sure that if you want to make sure that you always have some sort of delicious libation on you, go ahead and double up, double fist, because it's going to take that. One for the enjoyment and one for the line. Anyway, it is crowded. It is crowded, all right? But people want to come down here because this is where the action is. This is where everybody wants to be. Over here, we're actually on the Harbor Walk now. But across the way here, I'll go ahead and spin this camera back over here. That's Noriega Point behind us. And over on that other side, they have fireworks that go off each and every week. Now, obviously, the 4th of July ones are going to be pretty crazy. They actually lit some of the brush on fire over on the other side of the bridge where the Air Force Base is. And it got a little wild. If you want to still enjoy the area, right, and maybe you don't want to use the traffic, use rideshare, stay in a place that you can get a bike or golf cart or walk. Probably is going to be your best bet to get down to the places that you want to go. Now, if you're going to be in Destin, you know, you've got James Beasley, you've got James Lee Park, you've got, you know, if you want to pay for it, you also have Henderson Beach. So you have all these different access points that you can go to kind of get away from the craziness of the crowds, but it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight for parking. It's gonna be tight across the way. But people really do enjoy themselves. They really do. You'll see people bringing out flags. There'll be American flags, everything. There'll be all sorts of stuff going on, and people really, really enjoying themselves. So is it worth fighting the crowds? Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say it's definitely worth trying to fight those crowds to really get to enjoy it. But we're just gonna keep walking around here and meeting some new friends. So we'll move on to the next con. All right, and I have to mention, hey, what is the number 3 con that we gotta worry about here during the holidays and for 4th of July? And I'll go back here. We just never know what this weather's gonna do. Right behind me, we see isolated thunderstorms. I think I saw lightning just a few minutes ago. Craziness, right? So it's pretty unpredictable. Anytime around like 3 to 5 p.m. during the summer season, you could get rain coming in at any time. So the weather is pretty unpredictable when it comes to this. So my best suggestion for you is just to plan accordingly. Just know that you may have to run in for about 10, 15 minutes before you really have to, you know, hide from the weather. Then you'll be able to come back out and it should be super fine. So just kind of keep that in mind when you are looking to plan, because it can come in. Now, sometimes we will get isolated thunderstorms throughout the day. You may want to just avoid it altogether, but just know that the weather forecast is always gonna have some sort of low percentage of thunderstorms, usually June, July, and through August. Now, because of that too, fireworks do tend to get canceled for that. So they'll usually try to make it up the next day, but not a guarantee. So just be ready, created, get ready for that. So, but that's really that we have for the last con. So guys, so the drone had been tracking me all around this beach. Not sure if it was recording or not, but it looked pretty cool. And I had to run out at the end of one of these clips because it ran out of battery and it was going back to its original landing spot, which was in the parking lot. And it scared a bunch of people. It scared a bunch of people actually coming in as a drone was just landing next to them. So actually pretty hilarious. As you could probably see the panic in my face as I was running over there. But anyway, I just figured you guys want that cool story. All right, guys, so last bit here. If you are going to be coming out here for the 4th of July, I got some tips for you that are gonna make or break the entire process here, all right? So first thing is to either go out early or just stay in. I know you've heard me talk about it the entire time here. Really, just to be honest, like either figure one or two of those out, because trying to get with that traffic is probably just not worth the frustration, and you're gonna miss quite a bit of it, that midday traffic. But if that's not what bothers you and you're good with that, then I'd say proceed, all right? Especially if you're gonna be on a boat, the water's the limit. I was gonna say sky's the limit, but that just wouldn't be true. And you can watch the fireworks if you're gonna do so. Bayside is fine. You can go check it out over there. Just know that you'll be able to see the fireworks in Destin and Fort Walton Beach. Here on Okaloosa Island, really just doesn't matter where you're gonna be at. So you can do any of this. And of course, like I said earlier, guys, you can stock up on your groceries, on your delicious libations, so you don't run out during the fun times that is, 4th of July, where you have some barbecue, maybe a cigar, some delicious drink. Just stay stocked up. Be like a normal Floridian, and that's your hurricane supplies anyway. So just in case you got some left over. And of course, invite some friends over instead of heading out if you really want to enjoy it and control the entire part here. But guys, I think 4th of July is one of the best holidays to be out here in Destin, Fort Walton Beach area for, and definitely something for you guys to check out. If you do think that this area, Destin, Fort Walton Beach, or any of the surrounding areas is gonna be the go-to for you, like, hey, we're gonna move here or be part-time people here, come down here for the summer or whatever, guys, reach out to me, give me a call, text, whatever you need to do. We got your back, but don't go away quite yet. We got more and more stuff. You want to know about the truth of the cost of living here in our area in specific cities. You want to know the pros and cons. You guys got more videos coming up over here or somewhere down here. So check it out for more beautiful views just like this. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.